Hello, children. Today we are going to begin with chapter 1.8 Voyaging Towards Excellence by Achyut Godbole. Achyut Godbole is a prolific writer well known for his writings in Marathi and English. In this autobiographical sketch, he narrates his journey from a middle class schoolboy in Solapur to a successful chief executive to a famous writer. He tells us what is needed for success and the ways to achieve it. The writer says that he had a very simple upbringing in a lower middle class family, which did not have even basic amenities like a fan, refrigerator, etc. The writer also says that he had only 300 square feet house, and it was only when he entered the college that he got a watch and he got a dining table and a gas stove at home. Now, children, the writer states that nevertheless, culturally, I had a rich childhood. Now, this statement is passed by the writer because various poets, writers, and musicians used to visit their home, and there would be hours of discussions about music, literature, paintings, sculptures, etc. Famous writers, painters, and musicians were discussed, and this made the writer love the arts. Poets like Vinda Karandikar, Mangesh Padgaonkar, and Vasant Bapat used to visit their home and discussed about poetry and literature in Marathi and English. They also used to talk about Keshav Sut, Mardekar, Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, and Thomas Hardy. Also, they were lucky to have Pandit Kumar Gandharv, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, and Pandit Jasraj. Now, children, the writer also says that the arts are equally, if not more, important in our lives than science and technology. He also feels that arts, music, and literature enrich our lives and put meaning into our existence. He loved music. He also says that money is necessary but does not mean everything in life. The writer says that he loved mathematics and science. He also says that he studied mathematics and science not only for scoring maximum marks in exams but also because he appreciated their inherent beauty. He says that he found Newton's law of motion beautiful and the Pythagorean theorem elegant. The writer loved solving problems of mathematics of the ninth standard when he was in the seventh standard. The writer scored 100% marks in mathematics in almost all the examinations that he appeared for, from the first standard until IIT, barring only a few times. He also stood first in the university in all subjects put together. Therefore, he says that he did not have to appear for the entrance test to get the admission into IIT. Next, the writer says that he was quite happy getting into IIT, but his joy was short lived. In Solapur, where the writer spent his childhood, he had not seen any building which was more than 3 storied. Mumbai, however, was full of skyscrapers, which made the writer uncomfortable. At IIT, most of the students and professors used to converse in English, whereas the writer's English was very poor. He says that he had his entire education in Marathi and his spoken English was quite pathetic, with a weak vocabulary, terrible pronunciation, and very awkward construction of sentences. Due to all this, he felt quite lonely and terrified in Mumbai in general, and IIT in particular. He developed an inferiority complex and wanted to run away from IIT and even Mumbai. Thus, his joy at getting into IIT was short lived. One day, when the writer was sitting at his mess table in the hostel sipping tea, a senior guy came and sat on the chair adjacent to him. He was a convent educated guy with fairly sophisticated English. He tried to speak with the writer and started pointing out errors in just about every sentence or everything that the writer said. After 5 minutes, he walked away, insulting the writer. The writer felt extremely humiliated and upset, and finally quite depressed and almost broken. He wanted to run away to Solapur that very moment, but due to the feeling of determination and strength, he decided that why should he give up? And that too for a silly and small thing like English. So he was determined to fight back. The writer undertook different steps to improve his English speaking skills. He decided to think in English before speaking in English. He started reading English newspapers and English novels. He studied etymology and phonetics and studied the roots of the words and how to pronounce them. He used to stand in front of the mirror and practice speaking, realizing his mistakes and correcting them himself all the time and improvising and improving day by day. It took about 9 to 10 months and the writer achieved mastery over the English language. His fear for English disappeared. He started feeling quite confident about speaking in English at length with anybody. He started feeling at home in his hostel. He could give presentations with ease. He negotiated and signed many contracts worldwide and ran large global software companies. He headed software companies having thousands of software engineers worldwide. When the writer was in his third year at IIT, he came in contact with about 15 to 20 extremely brilliant students or researchers or professors from IIT, TIFR, and BARC. They included top ranking students from IIT, visiting professors in American universities, and very renowned mathematicians in the world. This friendship had a lasting impression on his life. He came to know what real brilliance meant and where he stood with regard to it. Later in his life, when Mr. Narayan Murthy left Patni to start Infosys, the writer started heading Patni's software division, occupying the same chair. His head office was in Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA, very near Boston. It was in fact the adjacent building to MIT in America. Infosys is an Indian multinational corporation that provides business consulting, information technology, and outsourcing services. The writer used to visit both the universities like MIT and Harvard University. During these years, the writer traveled a lot to US, Europe, Japan, and Australia and could meet a number of great thinkers and management gurus such as Alvin Toffler, Peter Drucker, C.K. Prahlad, Tom Peters, and great technologists such as Vincent Cerf. The writer says that discussions with great people made a lasting impact on his life. It made him realize what real brilliance is. It broadened his horizons and his aims and worldview became global. It taught him a lesson in humility, hard work, and a passion for excellence. Further, the writer also says about his IIT friends. He says that his friends were more intelligent and well read than the writer. They also had interest in all the subjects like science, technology, sociology, psychology, economics, philosophy, anthropology, archaeology, political science, etc. His group was also interested in the fine arts such as music, literature, painting. Thus, he says that there was a sea of knowledge in front of him. The writer further says that passing the examination of life is more important than passing the college examination. He says so because the writer wished to understand the world and how it works. He also wished to serve India and her people. To do this, he would have to read and understand different branches of knowledge, to develop values like humility, humanity, and rationalism. This was the examination of life for him. This was far more important to him than just passing the IIT examination. The writer says that he had learned so many values during his IIT days. The values such as curiosity, humility, humanity, rationalism, and equality for all the castes, creeds, races, genders, and religions. The writer describes his two different phases of the life as an MD or Chief Executive Officer and an activist of Sarvodaya movement. Now, he also says that when he was the MD or Chief Executive Officer, he was the software head of the company for 23 years. Also, he traveled all over the globe about 150 times for business. He also wrote 4 books on the information technology. When he was an activist of Sarvodaya movement, he participated in a peaceful satyagraha, joined a social movement for tribals, and also went to jail for 10 days. He says that when he came back to Mumbai, he was jobless for a while. He worked for rupees 125 per month to supervise workers at the night shift in a mechanical workshop. He also changed 13 houses in Mumbai and finally settled on information technology as his career. The writer also says that while running the large companies, he learned the importance of teamwork. He also learned the necessity of leading from the front and setting a good example for the staff. He also learned the need to treat subordinates and colleagues as friends. He also tells us about some principles of good management. They are motivation, being a good listener, target setting, and art of delegation. He also says that his first love was to read and write on various subjects concerning human life and existence. He also says that he has written about 34 books in Marathi. In order to become a writer, he gave up 2 offers of around 3 crore rupees per annum. He also says that after reading his autobiography Musafir and a book on psychology Manat, hundreds have come out of depression and more than a dozen have given up thoughts of committing suicide and decided to start all afresh. There are hundreds of people who say that they understood the theory of relativity or Big Bang after reading his book on science Kimayagar. There are various other books written by him like Boardroom on Management, on Economics Arthat, Mathematics Ganiti, Indian Music Nadved, English Literature Zapurza, Painting Canvas, Western Films Limelight, and Western Music Symphony, or books such as Genius Series, Rakta, or Vitamins, or Anartha. Thus, due to these reactions of thousands of readers and the feeling that he is touching their hearts has kept him going. Thus, at the end, the writer says that when he looks back, he sees that there are a number of lessons and values that he cherishes and keeps learning about even today. Some of these are thirst for knowledge, curiosity, humility, humanity, rationality, equality, teamwork, quest for excellence, never say die, thinking big, etc. I hope you all have understood the chapter. Thank you.